see the select cells and their content on a worksheet. On a worksheet, the primary document that used in the Excel to store and work with data. This is the worksheet where you use to store and work with data. This is called the worksheet. This is called the Microsoft Excel worksheet. Also it is called as a spreadsheet. Okay. In this spreadsheet, a worksheet consists of cells that are organized into columns and rows. This is one column, this is second column, third column, A column, B column, C column. This is first row, second row, third row, fourth row. That is in the columns and rows. You can select cells ranges. This is one is called a cell, and a set of cells is called a range. That is two or more cells in the worksheet is a range. The cells can be adjacent like this, or others also can be non-adjacent also, a range of cells. So ranges, rows or columns. You can also place a cell in editing mode to select all or part of the if it is, suppose this is in edition, means F2 I press R, F2 this is in edit mode. I press F2 for editing this. Suppose I want to remove this or add one more thing here. I can do, either I can double click it for editing, and I can place anywhere the cursor to edit it, or I can simply select in the space bar that I can edit anything like that. So you can select cells and ranges just like whatever you want to. You can select it either in a range or a single cell or a non-adjacent cells also by pressing Control. Just I have pressed Control for it, and then clicking on the cell is been selected, which are been seen with the light blue color. Okay. If I click any cell, then this selection will go up. So that selection has gone. So select what you want to select, cells, ranges, rows and or columns. Suppose you want to select any single cell, you can select it. Suppose I want to select C2, I have selected C and 2. In that I click on that cell B6 I have. Suppose I want to select C8, just go to that cell and click on that. Or if you want to move also, you can move right or left using the arrow keys. This is using arrow keys. So that is for a single cell. Whatever you want to click and whatever data you want to enter, you can enter any data, any text or number. You can have range of cells also. Suppose a range of cells I want. I want to use the range. Then you select these two by clicking the mouse right click, or you can select by pressing shift key. Then you put the you drag this is called handle. If you put the corner of the diagonal corner of the selected cell, then that is called the corner of the cell, and then you can drag it on this cell. Same numbers have come. Suppose you want a series of numbers, then you shall first and second, and then drag it on. So any series you can create, 2, 4, then even series, any series. This is short number and this is series. Then same series number you can drag by right clicking the handle. This plus symbol is called handle. Okay. That is the range of cells. You can drag the last cell to extend the selection, and also you can hold down shift and press arrow keys for this to extend selection. Also you can press F8 and using arrow keys, and to stop again press F8. So for Raj same, first cell you range and then hold down shift key, and then first and last you can just press the shift key, and you can drag it to end. Okay. For selecting entire range of worksheet, you press here the right hand corner. This is the topmost corner. So by clicking this, you can select the entire range of the sheet. Okay. You can also by pressing Control A also you can select the entire range. You can either select this button, or you select the Control plus A. So for selecting for non-adjacent cells, suppose I want to select this, and I want to select this C7, suppose. Then what I have to do, press Control and press that key. Suppose I want B9, press like that. Suppose some other cell, again A5 I want. So these are the multiple selections I have selected which are non-adjacent. By pressing the Control and clicking on the cell, I am selecting the keys or the cells or data I have selected non-adjacent cell, and these are been identified by a color, light blue color. So if I click any other cell, this range will go away. So for multiple selections, I have to put control and then select control key and then select whatever keys I have, cells I want to select. For entire row or column, you can row heading. If you press row heading, this will entire column will select, entire row will select, and if you press the column heading, that entire column will select. That selection is by blue. Suppose this clicking on the heading, entire row I will select. You can also select the cells in a row or by selecting first cell and then pressing Control Shift arrow key, right arrow or left arrow, up or down. Suppose up arrow, suppose Shift and up arrow I am. So by pressing Shift arrow, shift arrow and selecting this up arrow, I am selected. Similarly, you can press the shift and you can down arrow, or also press shift and that right side right arrow, so that you will be able to shift and right arrow will select that rows. And if you press down or up, that column will be selected, and you place left or right arrows by shift and left or right arrows, you can select the row cells or column cells. By clicking shift and down arrow, you can select the column. By clicking cell and shift plus right arrows will select the right side cells. So by clicking the column heading, you will select the entire column. By clicking the row heading, you will be selecting the entire row, and also by using the shift plus arrow, right down arrow, you can select column, and shift plus right arrow or left arrow, you can select the rows or columns, whatever you want. And by selecting shift, you can select the so from here to here, or from here to, again you press the shift and you press the last cell, you will get the entire column selected, or entire up to that selection you can select the entire row, or the up to the selected cell you can select the range of the cells. So suppose you want top 1 to 7th, you press shift and again you select 7th, so entire will be selected. Likewise for the horizontal rows also, if you press starting here and you want to select up to this column, this cell, you press last cell by pressing shift, so that you can enter column or row. You can select adjacent rows or columns, okay, or you just by pressing right click and dragging also you can select it. So this I have selected 4 and 10. The entire range has been by pressing shift, press starting the cell and then press hold the shift and then you select that last cell, so that the entire range of the table will be selected by shifting. That is, adjacent rows and columns will be selected by using shift key, by pressing shift and pressing the cell. You can select all these rows and columns by using the shift and drag. You can also drag, you can press here and suppose you want to select up to the C6 column, press shift and press C6, so that the entire range of rows and columns will be selected. Suppose you want the non-adjacent columns, you want to select, you press Ctrl and then whatever cells you see, those non-adjacent cells are being selected. These are highlighted so that we know which are the cells that has been selected. So for shift key, you can for entire columns and rows by pressing shift and pressing that last number, entire rows and columns will be selected. For non-adjacent rows and columns, you have to press the whatever rows you want, you press Ctrl and you select those cells. Those cells will be selected. Okay. This is non-adjacent. For non-adjacent cells, you have to press Ctrl and select whatever. You can also use this one. For if you press Ctrl home, then this cell will come to the starting point of the sheet, that is A1, and if you press Ctrl end, it will go to the end. Suppose Control home, it will control to the home, and if you press Control N, it will go to the end of the selection. Okay, last cell in the working sheet. Okay, Control home will go to the starting point, and Control End will go to the end point of